Hello, I'm back. Welcome back to Mellow Loves Death Metal. Finally back. I was been on vacation for the last week or so we went on a cruise for spring break. Me and the family. We went to Turks and Caicos, the Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas. Second time I've been at the Dominican Republic. I absolutely love that place. If you've never been and you love tropical weather and nature and all that shit, definitely go to the Dominican. It's an amazing place. Yeah, there's definitely some areas that are dangerous and not good for people to be going off of, like resorts and stuff like that. But the culture there, just everything about it, I absolutely love. So I was so glad that we got to go back. My kids went with us on this trip, and it was awesome. The cruise ship. This is the first time we've ever taken a cruise. So and we ported out of Port Canaveral, so we spent the day on the island there and like saw like the Kennedy Space Center and all that stuff like that. But the kids absolutely loved the trip. They loved every country or every island that we went to. They weren't weirded out by any of the different stuff that they've seen there. You know, like on the Bahamas, they had the merchants everywhere and the guys walking up and down the beaches and selling stuff and drugs and you know that island life. And my kids just were not, they were not intimidated. Like they absolutely just, they had the best time of their life, I'm pretty sure, this last week. And we did too. Like it was so good to just, we did not have Wi-Fi. I think it was like one day I was able to get onto a free Wi-Fi spot, and I posted a picture on my Instagram of me holding a beer from the Bahamas and said I'll be back next week. But it was just, we completely disconnected. No internet, no nothing. Just hung out on the sea days. We saw a bunch of like live music. There was a live jazz band that I saw every night, and there was amazing shows and amazing food and just all that stuff. And the islands, of course, were just amazing. Crystal clear waters, awesome, food and just swimming and doing all the fun stuff for days and days. And I live in Florida, so we go to the beach like almost every weekend over the summertime. So I love that tropical ocean type of stuff. So this was fun to do. Great trip. Definitely came back feeling refreshed and relaxed. Was excited to make a video today. I don't really have much of a like script to go off of today. I got a couple of packages in the mail while I was gone that I figured I would just unbox and show and talk about on here. And then for the giveaway that I've been having for the last 2 weeks, I am announcing the winner after this video in a separate video. I've learned now that I have to do it in a separate video, because if I do it in the same video of like a collection update or something like that, people miss it and they don't always see the comments and stuff like that. So yeah. The only thing that's weird though is that we got back Saturday, yesterday, and today I still feel like I'm on the boat. I still am like swaying a little bit. So like even now I feel like my seat just went back. But we didn't get seasick. It wasn't like, you barely feel the boat moving. So that's true. When people say you don't even know that you're on a ship, it's totally true. Our room had a balcony, so we sat on the balcony almost every single day and just watched the waves and the ocean and tried to spot whales and stuff like that. So I am a huge fan of the ocean. Like I love the water. I grew up on a boat. My parents had a boat. My grandparents had a boat. Just my whole life I was always on the water. And so being in Florida, it's like perfect for me. I don't mind the hot weather anymore now that I've been living here for almost 13 years. So just being in the ocean, and like my kids had scuba masks on and they were finding all of these things and like and stuff like that. Just, it was so much fun. So definitely like the perfect vacation for us. We are already planning our next one. Probably going to try and go in November. Cruises are a great deal too. It's all inclusive. Like you pay it up and all your food and all that stuff is included. Like you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's just an easy way to travel and go to different places and not have to spend thousands of dollars on plane tickets and then another couple of thousands of dollars on hotels and trying to figure out how to get around and stuff like that. For now, it's easy with kids. It's just the easiest way for us to travel. As we get older, I do plan to start, going back internationally. Like I've been to Ireland and stuff like that before we had kids, but I want to go internationally and explore and do all those things. I've always had that in me. So it's fun. Now that we know that the kids can go on a trip like this, it'll be good. So that's my life update. But yeah, so now we're back to reality. Really looking forward to summertime though. It's getting close, and just being all of that, doing all that stuff again and feeling a little bit more freeing. I know I live in Florida, so it's usually nice year round, but we've had kind of a weird winter where it's been relatively cold and chilly for longer than usual. Even spring break was even chilly, I guess my family was saying. But I can go out like year round here. I pretty much have just gotten used to never having like fall and fall and winter anymore. And just being a much more active person, I kind of feel like I don't know if I'd ever be able to go back moving into that climate. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, so that's the life update. Things are doing well for me. A lot of you guys have been reaching out, making sure I'm okay. I definitely feel a lot more of myself now. I'm getting more back into the swing of things and the grind of things. And I still have not like really dove into new music hardly at all. I don't really know like what's coming out this Friday or anything like that. I still have not gotten to that point. I just kind of am enjoying what my record collection is as it is right now, which is just a lot of the older school gems, and I think that's a couple of things I got in the mail today. I've been hunting OG copies on Discogs and eBay, and messaging personal people like on Instagram trying to see if they'll sell me things. That's pretty much what I'm doing for my collecting right now. But I haven't really been like pre-ordering a bunch. Although I do got a couple of pre-orders here. I think I have like one or two that are pending right now. I know that Profound Lore announced a couple of things while I was gone, and I just need to catch up. But we'll get there. So today's kind of a crapshoot of a video because I got a couple of things in the mail. I actually accidentally opened this and I was like, damn, I should have unboxed it on video. But this finally came in from Maggot Stomp. I ordered this back in August. So it finally came in. I pre-ordered it with a t-shirt, and the t-shirt took forever to get pressed. That's why I didn't get this CD until now. But this is the new Greenwich album that came out last year called Forced Out of Existence. I immediately have only heard the single or like the one or two tracks that were released upon pre-ordering this. I have not listened to the whole entire album at all. I will now today, now that I got the CD. But Greenwich, if you're not familiar, is it's Greenwich, right? Like I've seen people say like Greenwich, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Greenwich. Death metal band on Maggot Stomp. This is their first full-length album. Again, it came out last year. When was it? It was in October. Officially came out. I think I pre-ordered this back in August. So it finally came in the day that we left for our cruise. So I've had it for a week now, but I haven't been able to like do anything with it. And again, I got the t-shirt with it. They're out of LA. I have their last EPs, Gridwalker and Cosmo Steel Blood Trinity. That's it. I think that's it. So they only have like 3 EPs out before this, but yeah. So pretty cool. I love that artwork. And here's the back of the CD. So here's the thing about this band that might trigger some, but I don't give a fuck, obviously, I don't remember who it is, but somebody in the band is trans, and so that's the background of this album for the most part. And I'm not going to get super into this topic. I don't think it's a political topic. It shouldn't be a political topic. But I don't have issues with trans people. I think they're people and they have the same human rights that everybody else should. I don't care if they don't want to be a man or a woman or whatever else. It's none of my business. It doesn't affect me in any way. And I feel like that it shouldn't affect anybody else. And I will be very open about that. I will not tolerate people being fuckheads about it either. Like, again, if you're against it, that's totally fine. That's your thing. That's your opinion. But just keep it civil, It affects people's lives. And it just doesn't make any sense that our government is making that a top priority over homelessness and the economy and fixing our roads and fixing our veterans who are homeless and living on the streets and other things. Again, I'm not going to get super political. But yeah, so here is the booklet. It's a pretty simple booklet here. The artist is, because I love this artwork, I forgot who it was. Let me see if I can find it on the credits here. I probably could have looked it up faster online than trying to find it on the CD. Let's see here. I'll go to Maggot Stomp's website and see if it's in the credits in there. It's not. Damn it, Maggot Stomp. Come on, Scott. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's not, these are just the lyrics of the song. The credits aren't there. Is it on the back? Oh, fuck, man. Who did this artwork? I completely forgot. Oh, here it is. The credits are underneath the CD. I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate when labels, or whenever they print that and do that shit, because then you get to the part where it's like where the tray case is, where the CDs hold, like there's print underneath there, and I'm fucking blind as hell, and I'm like, okay, I know it's here. Artwork is done by Wyrmwalk. Okay, yeah. So Wyrmwalk is an awesome artist. He's done a lot of artwork. Follow him on Instagram. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I love this artwork. It's awesome. I got this as a t-shirt that I got. And I was going to put it on today, and I completely forgot. So yeah, Greenwich. I just have to listen to this so far. It's death metal. I think that there's a little bit of maybe a tiny bit of hardcore influences on this. I don't know if that's an accurate description. Somebody will probably tell me I'm wrong. Again, I haven't listened to the whole entire album, but yeah, pumped that I finally got this after forever. I actually forgot I ordered it, and then I saw somebody post something about it on Instagram. I was like, holy shit, I ordered that. Did I not get it? And I messaged Closed Casket. I was like, did I not get this? And he's like, no. The t-shirt's just taking forever. And it's like, oh, cool, whatever. I'll wait. I don't care. So that was the first thing I got. Next up, I got another package here. Another Maggot Stomp Closed Casket Activities. This was a pre-order that I ordered a couple of weeks ago. I heard like the initial song on Bandcamp, and I just pre-ordered it because of who is in this band. So we'll get there in a minute. Let me just open this. I've been buying a ton of tapes again. Really into buying tapes again. I'm going to do a whole entire video on dissonant tapes because I just got a bunch of tapes from Andrew the other day, and I have a ton in my collection that I want to show off and talk about. I think it deserves a video. And then same thing with Noxious Ruin. They sent me a huge package a couple of weeks ago of a ton of tapes in a t-shirt and stuff like that. So, alright, so we've got the Closed Casket Activity sticker as always, and this is the new Crestworm Manipulator. Yeah. What is this, a demo? I forgot. Let me pull up the information. Again, we're going off the cuff here. I don't really have like I said, a script that I'm going off of for this video like I normally do. Let's go to the Bandcamp. Okay, so this is the new band. They're on Maggot Stomp. And it has Alex from Undeath. This is his new his new band. So it's a demo. It's 3 tracks, and that's why. So when I saw that, I immediately went and listened to it, and I really liked it. So it's Andrew. Oh, and it's Andrew from Rip to Shreds. So it's Andrew from Rip to Shreds, and then Alex from Undeath teaming up to do a brutal death metal band. And yeah, so basically, I heard the track and I bought it, and I still have to listen to the other 2 tracks. So pretty cool collaboration there. Andrew was awesome, and obviously I love Alex too, so I thought that was pretty cool. So it's got this pretty cool tape color. What is that, like blue? And then, which is, I'm going to say this, interesting, because Maggot Stomp usually just presses like the normal like smoky black clear variant tapes, like pretty classic, nothing crazy. They don't usually do like the all over print or anything like that. So it's kind of cool to see that it was colored this time around. Just a little nitpicky detail that y'all need to know. Our pretty basic J card there. I like their logo. Of course, you can't read it. There's the guys. I think 2 of the most, I think they're pretty, some of the most talented in the death metal scene, that's for sure. The artwork is done by Wyrmwalk Art. I have to look him up. I don't think I'm familiar with that. So yeah, 3 tracks. I heard, I think the second one, or whichever one was up on Bandcamp when it first was up for pre-order. Really liked it. Again, brutal death metal, something that I will always love and collect now. I've been, again, buying a lot of that again. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to show off in the next video will be definitely a lot of brutal death metal stuff. Also, shout out to, what's your name, Jimmy? What is your YouTube name? You've been around forever. Forever. Like, you're one of the first YouTubers I ever subscribed to. or started watching in regard. Yeah, Jimmy from the Block. So Jimmy from the Block, you guys all know him. I'm sure most of you that are subscribed to me are also subscribed to him. He's been posting a lot again lately. He kind of goes in waves where he posts a lot and then he doesn't post a lot. But he posted 10 most underrated brutal death metal albums you posers sleep on about a week ago. Great video. I'll link it in the description. He brings up some awesome albums in there. Some stuff that I haven't seen in a while, and now I pulled out and want to listen to today. He's got a huge Mortal Decay collection, which I enjoy those videos. But he's been doing a lot of videos lately, so it's kind of nice to see him back. I don't always agree with what he has to say, which is what we'll go into a next topic at the end of this video. So if you want to stay around for some juicy YouTube drama, I'm going to talk about it. This is going to be a longer video today. But yeah, Jimmy from the Block. He's been posting a lot lately, and I like it. Like I said, I don't always agree with what he has to say, but he also brings up a lot of stuff. He shows a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fucking phenomenal album, and nobody ever talks about it. So yeah, I've been watching his videos lately. I got back yesterday, or I got back Saturday, I should say. Yesterday, I was out with my family visiting from Illinois all day, so today I woke up really early this morning. Been catching up on some YouTube videos and trying to get caught up what I missed out for the last week. So we'll get to that in a minute. But now I got a vinyl package from Matthew Calvert, if you know who that is. He is Dark Descent Records. This is a pre-order that I've been waiting on. Something that Dark Descent's been doing lately is they've been wrapping it similar to Hell's Headbangers, which I appreciate because I like that paper. I use it for packing paper when I'm shipping out stuff that I sell. Just again, another nitpick detail. But this is a pre-order that I did through Dark Descent, which I didn't need to do through Dark Descent, but he put it up on, and I was like, you know what? I'll order it through him, even though I could have gone directly from the Crypt and got it there, but I got him. So the new Cenotaph repress, The Gloomy Reflection of Our Hidden Sorrows, which is like one of my all-time favorite death metal albums. I have only ever owned this on CD. I actually just sold a reissue of a CD they have, but I have an OG copy of this on CD that I spent like $100 on a couple of years ago, which is just fucking stupid. But again, it's one of my all-time favorite death metal albums. The band is out of Mexico, if you're not familiar. Their first full length from 1992. So the Crypt reissued this, and I've shown off a bunch of the Crypt reissues. Damn, you packaged this nicely. It came in a rice paper inner sleeve and everything. Oh yeah, I'm pumped about that. So here's the front, here's the back. I don't know how true to the original this is. I'll have to compare to some other YouTubers posting the OG stuff. Poster, and then an interview with Oscar on the back, which is pretty cool. I have to read this. I was super pumped when I saw that. And then the printed inner sheet of the lyrics, and then a band collage. And then, yeah, it's colored. I'm pretty sure, I feel like maybe he also pressed black. I don't remember. But I just pre-ordered whatever Dark Descent had on their website, which he distros the Crypt stuff. But you can also buy directly from the Crypt as well. It's in the US. It's not anything crazy. But, again, I saw it on Instagram, so I immediately went and pre-ordered it. So pretty. Oh, the camera. There we go. It's got that orange marbling in it. You can see that side better. Very nice. Pretty thin pressing. Feels like one of my like older like 70s like really super thin wax. It's pretty thin wax. So it's got the track lists on the stickers, which I always appreciate that. Very clear side A, side B markings, which I always appreciate that as well. It drives me nuts when records don't do that. I know you can find it, you can figure it out, but again, just nitpicky details. So really nice pressing. Comes with a nice crisp inner sleeve that's not those shitty paper ones. So that was the first one in the box. I've been anxiously awaiting this. This has been on pre-order for a little while now. So when I saw the shipping notification for it, and I saw it sitting outside my door when I got home, I was so pumped. So pumped. So I'll be spinning this today. Super excited. Just one of my all-time favorite albums. And then the next one is maybe, if you're not, I know a lot of people that watch this are going to know what this is. Another reissue that the Crypt just put out. If you're not familiar with the Crypt, I've talked about them 100 times on here. They're reissuing all these like gems that deserve reissues on CD and vinyl. This is, I'm going to butcher it because I can never say it right. Utumno, Across the Horizon. This is their EP from 1993. It is a Swedish death metal band. And this is about close to all that they've ever put out. They have like another EP and a demo out, and that's it. Like there's like I think there's like a live album too. But this was on Cenotaph Records originally. Just like, some amazing death metal that I have been chasing for forever. I've come close to buying uh, issues of it on Discogs for stupid prices, and I've just always held off. And then they reissued this, so of course I snagged it. But I would, eventually love an OG of this. But this is amazing. Austin from Vacuous Depths, we were talking about this, how excited we were to get it. Ooh, I like that. That's a classic matte feeling jacket. I'm just all about the aesthetics today. So you would never know that this is a death metal record. It's very much, I think it's J.R. Tolkien inspired. Utumno is a word from Tolkien. It means, it was like the ancient something of Melkor. I can't remember. I should have put it in my notes. Anyway, if you're a Tolkien fan, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, and here's the back. Amazing stuff. So it looks like this actually was Across the Horizon. Yeah, okay, so it's both of the EPs on here. So this is a compilation. So it's got the Across the Horizon EP from 1993 and then the Light of Decay, which was from 1991. So it's pretty much a comp here, which is awesome. So there we go. Vic Records, official licensed by the Crypt, or Dark Symphonies, if you're familiar with that. Dedicated to loving memory of Johann Hallberg, who died in 2001. So yeah, pretty cool. And then print an inner sheet of all of the credits and the thank yous, man. I love the thank yous that they put in here. And then there's like a huge backstory of the band and all that stuff. It's super small, but if I sit close enough, I'll be able to read it. And then some artwork on that side. Check this out. If I can find, I'm sure, I know it's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure, I feel like Ken probably posted this on YouTube too. And then it's this blue that goes really well with blue and purple, which goes really, really well with the album cover. If you're not a color fan, then I'm pretty sure there was also black pressed. So I'll put it in the comments where you can find this stuff, where you can listen to it. But super pumped that I got these. So that's what I got in while I was out on vacation. I also got in a stack of tapes back there from Dissonant Tapes I ordered. I want to do a whole video on Dissonant Tapes. So I have about 30 or 40 tapes that I could easily show off that I've bought over the last several years. Deserves a video. One of my favorite places to buy cassettes from. And people always ask me where I buy cassettes from. Well, you're going to have a whole video about one of my favorite places. So yeah, that's what I had to show off in terms of new stuff. I also have a couple other things coming. I got some pre-order notifications sent, so slow and grind. I'm gonna start pulling off some old tapes and stuff like that and CDs and doing videos on them. Jurgen's been doing that lately with his collection. It's been fun. He just posted a video this last Friday and I just watched it. So again, I'm catching up on all the YouTube madness. I got to catch up on the heavy metallurgies that were going on while I was out. Hopefully I'll be back on that show soon. I need to figure out what I'm doing for reviews. I need to get my motivation back for that shit. So, but yeah, so while I was gone, we're 23 minutes in, so hopefully you're sticking around for this. I'm sure some people are going to skip to this and not give a shit about the other stuff. But while I was gone, I got several messages on Instagram, on Facebook, and even people were tagging me in comments and stuff on YouTube being like, yo, Justin Horville talked about you in his video. He's defending the fact that he's not a homophobe because he likes you, he liked your channel, he came on your show, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh man, here we go. Justin is very, like, in terms of, like, the underground death metal, or not even underground, just death metal YouTube as a whole, he's very viral. So when something is said on his channel, it goes everywhere. And it even correlates into my stuff. People put comments about it. People message me and share the videos with me. All the stuff like that. Like, it's just a thing now. apparently, so I told everybody, it's like, like I messaged everybody back on Saturday when I finally got back my normal cell service and was like, I haven't watched it yet. Give me a couple of days. I need to catch up because he posts every day, and I admittedly don't watch his videos every single day. If he's got a good clickbait title, I'll watch it, and he knows what he's doing when he does that. Like, he purposely makes clickbait titles. For the most part, I don't watch them every single day anymore. I did for a while there, so sorry, Justin, I don't. I just daily uploads are hard for me to stay up to date with, because there are days where I'm working and I just cannot watch YouTube videos, and then when I'm off work, it's just go with the kids and after school stuff and getting dinner ready, and by the time I'm sitting down, I'm usually with my wife and we're like binge watching a show together. So YouTube some kind of takes the back burner for a while there, and then I go in spurts and catch up again. So anyway, so yeah, I don't remember the video title actually. I don't need to link it. I know, like, pretty much, I would say, like, at least 6,000 of my subscribers are also subscribed to Justin. So you probably have already watched the video. You probably already know what the hell is going on. I'm just going to comment on it. Like, I'm not going to, like, start beef or anything like that. But since so many of you messaged me about it, I was like, okay, yeah, I watched it. I watched it this morning. It's probably going to go off. No. Okay, so he says, again, the title, Small Pussy Energy. Don't hate me, YouTube. Versus J-Dog. Why you have me block Scaredy Cat? You lied on camera, so here I am. So that title alone, I was like, Jesus Christ. I hope that's not about me. Because I have not said or done anything, but it's not. So it turns out Justin's beefing with Nate from Spirit of Drift and Neon Nightmare, and formerly of Gate Creeper. He also has Big Riff Energy, the YouTube channel. I don't know, like, the exact video or where it was, but Nate was talking with somebody. I'm not familiar with who it was who he was talking with, and they got into a whole spiel about Justin and how they don't like him, and really said a lot of stuff about him. I mean, called him an idiot, like, said they feel bad for him, and a lot of other stuff, and that he's a homophobe and he's a racist, and so Justin's responding to that. And then eventually there was a point where Justin goes off on a tangent towards the end of the video. I think this is kind of where I stopped watching because I didn't care anymore. Was about, Justin didn't show up to an interview with Nate or something. I don't know. Don't care about that stuff. So anyway, in the video, Justin's going off saying, he's not a homophobe and racist. Like, it's dumb that he even says that. And like, he's so tired of people saying that. And just, he says things for shock value on his videos, and he knows what's going to get likes. And he's talked about this several times. He even talked about it in the interview that I did with him. He mentioned that he loved, like, he knows I'm openly gay and that he came on my channel and like, we talk and stuff like that. And if he had a problem with gay people, he wouldn't have done that and all this stuff. And so he brought me up. And everybody, eventually was like, oh, dude, Justin shouted you out. Like, yeah, I mean, and like, what are your thoughts on this? So what are your thoughts on everything that's going around about this? And I've purposely stayed out of like the YouTube drama that's going on. Like, I've made fun of things and I've poked a few things and I've interjected in a couple of things here and there as just for sarcasm and fun, but nothing serious or nothing to get upset about. And I don't get upset about shit on YouTube, period. Full stop. I am very much a person that I'm very introverted off camera, which is funny that I do this because I'm very introverted. This is actually something that I'm working through right now. I have a lot of social anxiety outside of YouTube and even work. I have a very high profile job where I have to do like conference calls in front of a lot of people and do presentations, stuff like that. And I have a lot of bad anxiety, but I do it. And it's weird that that's the kind of job that I have. So when it comes to like confrontational things like this, I stay out of it. And there's a good reason why I stay out of it, because people are crazy. And in the past, people have purposely sought after like my wife's Instagram profile. They've tried to find out like what my kids look like and stuff like that. And the internet's nuts. And so I've always stayed off of controversial shit on this channel. I've like I said, every once in a while I've come up with some things, or I've said something very little or whatever else, because I don't want that attention outside of the YouTube. I don't want that. Now, Justin is very open. He's very honest. And that is one thing that I actually really admire him for, that he has, like, he just gets on and just says these things and like the repercussions of it, like he doesn't care. That's amazing. I wish I had more of that, because I don't deal with trolls very well. I can't stand when people are personally attacking me. I block them from my channel. I delete their comments. Like, and I get it quite a bit, a lot actually. And it gets frustrating, and I'm not a strong of a person when it comes to those things. I don't have a thick skin when it comes to those things. It's also something I knew that came along with this, so but that's just how I deal with it. He, on the other hand, deals with it in a totally different way, a much more confrontational way. He calls out people. He does not give a shit about the comments. He doesn't remove comments. He leaves everything there. He leaves everything there, whether it's very confrontational or controversial or just awful to, good stuff, whatever. He does have a very, very divisive personality in terms of YouTube and even social media. People absolutely hate him, and people are like, treat him as like a god almost. It's kind of strange, where they just follow him like crazy. They talk like him. They use his terminology, his slang that he does, and they almost try to act like him, and it's kind of weird. And then there's like the more middle ground people like me, who knows he's a real person, knows a lot of stuff that he does on YouTube is just for views and clicks. And he's a business guy, and he talks about that, and he knows that this will get more views to Hell's Headbangers. He'll get more money for his YouTube ad revenue. He'll get more people wanting to do interviews with him, etc., etc. So he's playing that YouTube marketing thing very well. I mean, he's got over 17,000 subscribers now. He's been doing YouTube for about a year, less than me. He posts every single day. So he's doing the algorithm. He's doing what YouTube, like how to make YouTube work. And I'm sure he probably, he might be doing well. And Hell's Headbangers is huge. Hell's Headbangers is almost impossible not to buy from, in my opinion. There are so many times where I've been looking for something and it's so expensive and stupid on Discogs and eBay. It's not on anybody else's distros. It's sold out from the label, etc., etc. And then I go to Hell's and it's right there. And so, like, for me personally, I'm not going to stop buying from Hell's Headbangers ever. I mean, unless something, like, really bad happens. Like, Justin's a fucking pedophile, or he's been raping women, or he's killing gay people, or he's got the KKK robe on and he's burning down black people's homes. Like, if it's, like, that extreme, then no. I do have a moral compass here. I will not support that. I will not put my money towards that. But he's not doing that. At least I don't think he is. I can't. I'm picturing Justin walking around in a KKK robe right now, and it's just not going well. He would 100% call that a pansy outfit and would not put that on. Just saying. But anyway, I am very tolerant with people's opinions and views. I am not religious. I'm not a Christian. I do not believe in religion. I do not think it's something that people should follow. I think it's toxic and whatever else. I'm very much just not a spiritual person. I used to be for a very long time. I'm not anymore. It's okay if you are. I'm not going to chastise you for that. Like, it's, I am also very tolerant when it comes to people's opinions about my lifestyle. Something that I've had to grow and be more tolerant of and be more open to and understanding, because as a younger person, I was very much active in protests and the political scene and all of those things, and was very much cut people out of my life because they were not in agreement with the fact that I was gay and all those things like that. But now that I'm older, I just don't care. I really don't. People say shit. People say stupid shit all the time. And if it's not a personal attack towards me, and this is a very selfish point of view, I just, whatever. I move on. If I took the time to really, like, vet every single person that I ever met and tried to dig into everything that they ever thought about or had an opinion on, I would be alone, because I hate a lot of things and I hate a lot of people. I always say that. I'm not a huge fan of humanity as a whole, but I also have friends and very close family members and very close friends who have different political views as me. And yeah, in the times that we're in right now, it's very, very polarizing. And they voted for Trump, and they wear the MAGA hats, and they are very open about it. But we have, like, this almost common understanding that we agreed and we understand we have political differences. and we do our best to find that common ground. I try to have a tolerance, I guess that's not even the right word, like an empathetic compassion for it. I know it's so hard to do, and I know people get really angry and they really take it personal. And yeah, it's personal. There's a lot of shit that's happening now. Like, yes, it'll affect me politically and even my life eventually if it gets to that point. And yes, I get angry. And yes, I have opinions. And yes, I will battle people. But if we are able to have like civil conversations, then I respect you. And that's just the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, I respect you. You have a different opinion. If you're being civil with me, I'll be civil with you. Am I happy that you're voting, trying to take my rights away or voting against my rights? No. But I will fight it in a different manner. I won't personally attack you. I will do it in a way of where I don't vote for people like that. I will protest if I need to. I'll donate to whoever I need to. I'll do those things. Not everybody is going to have the same opinions as you. That's like a very like kindergarten, preschool thing that you learn from day one. I've had friends my whole entire life that have never agreed with me on politics or music even. Like, they absolutely hate death metal and they think that it's awful and they can't believe that I own it. And like, even my family, but they would never like use that as something as being bad or like think that I'm a bad person. I don't think Justin's a bad person whatsoever. Obviously, I've probably had a little bit more personal conversation with him than a lot of people on YouTube. I don't think it was right. Like, and I love Nate. I love his music. I love his YouTube. So I'm very much like, love both, watch both, don't always agree with both. Sometimes Justin kind of gets me going on some stuff, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then I also am like, whatever. Because I know that if I ever, like, we ever met in person and hung out, it just, we'd probably be close friends. Like, I think Justin just seems like the guy that, where if you get to know him and he knows you personally and you're his friend, like, he would probably do whatever he could to help you out in any possible way. Like, he just, like, I just kind of feel like that. So I always try to like look at those things. Now, when it comes to politicians, fuck politicians. Fuck them all. Both Democrat and Republican. I am an no party affiliated registered voter. I fucking hate them both. They're power hungry, they're money hungry, they only serve themselves, and maybe there might be a couple of people in Congress that don't, but eventually they get to that point. I'm just convinced on that. I don't idolize any of them. I think that they're ruining our country. I don't think anything is getting better, and I don't think Biden did anything better either. Like, I'm very much a just fuck our politicians. So that's where I stand in the political thing. Now, the things that Nate, and like, this is the thing, I've seen a lot of YouTube streams and channels like attack Justin personally, like calling him names and a degenerate and a fucking meathead and an idiot and questioning his IQ, and like, that's just so low, man. Like, I know he says shitty stuff on his channel. I know he's gone there, but if you can't understand that he does these things for views, like, he really does not give a fuck what you listen to. Guaranteed. Does not care. And I guarantee you he could care less what shirt you're wearing at a concert. It's just all for the views and stuff like that. And yeah, he might have an opinion on it, but honestly, like, if you walk up to a Hell's Headbanger stand wearing a baseball jersey or a basketball jersey he gets upset about, and you're buying stuff for him, he doesn't care. Like, he's not going to give a shit. He just wants to make Hell's Headbanger successful. And this is a approach that he's doing. But also, yeah, there is a personal opinion aspect to it. And again, I have not watched his videos in a while, so I don't know what controversial things he's said lately other than this one. But I would never feel the need to like make a whole entire video of personally attacking him as an individual, because I really don't know him. Like, I know that he's on YouTube and he's making this persona for everybody to see, and so that's opening up the gates for people to do that. But for me personally, like, that's your thing, that's totally fine that you're doing it, whatever. For me personally, I would never feel comfortable doing that. I wouldn't. Now, I would do some sarcastic comments here and there. I do like shit talking, and I do like doing the banter with people back and forth. Like, they come into my comments and they say things like, oh, Justin wouldn't be a fan of that, brah, and I'll banter back and forth. It's all fun. I'm not taking it personally. Like, he wouldn't like that you're wearing that shirt, or he wouldn't like that you're showing off a Sting album right now on your death metal channel. I'm like, It's all a joke. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. We're in our own lanes. You know, I'm not telling him how to do his YouTube channel. He's not telling me how to do mine. Like, those things don't bother me. Now, when he's saying some stuff here about calling people gay and showing off some NSBM stuff on his house headbangers, he's never personally shown anything off, but I know they have it on there. Like, those things, I just don't have time to care, unfortunately. That doesn't bother me. Like, yeah, he's made a lot of really shitty comments in the past that have, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really affect me in any way. I've gotten shitty people that like absolutely love him, that come and berate me in my comments or do shitty things or said really personal shitty things, and I know that they're coming from his channel. I just block them and move on. Like, I would never do that. Some of the stuff that Nate said, I kind of was like, damn Nate, he went all in. And that's totally fine. Like, those are his opinions. And Justin had every right to rebuttal. But at the end of the day, thanks for shouting me out, because my views, my subs went up again while I was out. And I'm very much a person that's like, bad press, there's no such thing as bad press. Like, no such thing as bad PR. I mean, look at Kanye West. Like, he is a prime example of that. The dude is fucking off. He's insane, and he's doing some insane shit, but he's still making millions of dollars. People are still streaming his music. He still has millions of followers on his social media network. Like, that's just unfortunately the world that we live in. Do I agree with it? No. Do I like it? No. But when it comes to something so little, between YouTubers that only have like 1,000 and 6,000, 10,000 subscribers, who are literally probably making nothing, I don't know, whatever. Like, that's between them. They'll work it out, I'm sure. I know Nate's a good guy too. I really like his stuff too. And again, I don't always agree with what Justin posts or says, and some of the things he says, I'm like, oh my God, dude. And like, if we were together in person, he had openly said that, definitely we would be those friends that just bicker and go back and forth and bitch. But then eventually, by the end of the night, I know he doesn't really drink that much, but like, we're drinking and it's whatever, water on the bridge. I don't know. I'm just built that way, I guess. I've cut a lot of people out of my life for differences of political values and the things that they've said about me being openly gay and just coming after me. And it sucks. And it's definitely not something that I've enjoyed ever in my life. But as I've gotten older, when it comes to like social media stuff, I just don't have the time or the energy or the motivation or anything like that to like lose sleep over it. And I am not in the business of just trying to jump in on it and say who's wrong and why they're wrong and let's ban them and let's cancel them. Again, if it was something a little bit more extreme, my moral compass I do have like a line that doesn't get crossed. And that's just me. This is just me. People are going to think I'm super hypocritical. People are going to be upset about this. I get it. But this is just me. I'm not telling you to think this. This is just what my thoughts are around the whole situation. And I like, that's why I haven't unsubscribed from him. Like, I don't watch all his videos. And if you can almost just tell what his video is going to be like based on the title. If I know it's going to be something that I don't agree with or I don't want to look at or listen to, I just don't watch it. I move on. And I'll tell you, I probably watch about 50% of his videos a month. So about half of them. And a lot of them are entertaining. And he does say some funny stuff. And I do laugh. And I it's all in fun. And then some, like I said, the ones where I know that I just don't think I'm not going to agree with, or I just don't think I'm going to find very entertaining. I don't know, like Make Metal Hateful Again. I might actually watch that one just because whatever. But You're Not Donald Trump. I Want You from a Band to Email Me. I don't know what that one is. I'll probably watch just to see. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. He's been honing in on a lot of the like nowadays shit going on. He's got a Juicifer versus the dog. Drew says the dog is wrong about fans in the metal scene. Oh, shit. Well, okay. There's been a lot going on that I've been missing out this last week. I might watch that, but I love his interviews. I'll tell you that. He does a lot of interviews with a lot of awesome people in the death metal scene. And it's fucking entertaining. And I'm always going to watch them. Like, he interviews people that I would love to interview on a daily basis. He's got people from Severe Torture, and he's got Incantation, and he's had everybody, you know, like Nunslaughter, obviously, he's been on there a ton. I mean, that's obviously a Cemetery Urn has been on recently. He's been pumping out the new Caustic Phlegm, which, by the way, is awesome. I need to pre-order that, which is on Hell's Headbangers. Man, I mean, he posts every day, so there's a lot of videos I need to catch up on. But anyway, yeah, no, I that's just where I stand on it. A lot of people don't understand, like, how I'm still supporting him, because of some of the stuff that he said. But again, I guess I just have a little bit more of a tolerance around that. I'm not saying it's correct, and I'm not saying, yeah, I agree with everything he says. Like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things he has to say, and some of the stuff he does say, I'm like, damn, fuck, man. Kind of a little disappointed that you said that. Like, but at the end of the day, I know a lot of it has to do with getting those views and getting his YouTube channel to be more out there and make more money off of it and get more people on Hell's Headbangers and stuff. And he even mentioned that, like, his brothers get pissed at him when he says stuff too. So, but again, at the same time, I almost admire it, because I always consider myself a pretty honest and open person. People have said that. I've ruined friendships over it because I can't handle how direct and honest I can be. I know that I could probably have a lot more viewers if I entertained some of the stuff that he does, because I can definitely do that. I definitely have that personality in me. But I'm not comfortable doing it. And I wouldn't be able to do it. And I would be worried about the family thing. I've got 2 younger kids, and I don't want them seeing videos like that when they get older. Like, I think about those things. I have a little bit more emotional ties to the stuff. So yeah, that's all I had to say. So shout out to Justin and also Nate. I love both their channels. Very much taking a neutral side of this here. Appreciate that he brought me up again, though, because, again, like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, let's see. When I went on vacation, I had about 7,000. Hello. 7,000, 2 subscribers. Now I'm at, like, 7,000. Like, I gained, like, 60, 70, 80, 100 subscribers within the last, like, week. And that's pretty good for me. I don't usually get the big spike like that. And yeah, probably some of it has to do with the fact that I'm doing a giveaway. I mean, I usually get I get about 20 new subscribers when I do giveaways. But my views ticked up, like, on all my videos, because he brought me up. And I've noticed that the views on some of my videos are a lot higher than they were when I went off. So, like, yeah, I look at those things. I don't really care much about it, but I do look at those analytics because I have the tools to do so. So, but yeah, so cool. He shouted me out. I got more subscribers. Whatever. It is what it is. That's all I have today. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent. This is a 48-minute long video. Wow, I have not posted a video that long in a long time. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll be doing a Noxious Ruin video this week. I'll be doing a Dissonant Tapes video this week. I'm gonna try and catch up on some new releases. Maybe do a review. Hopefully, I don't know. Work's gonna be kind of crazy this week because I was out all last week. So we'll see what I can squeeze in. But I'm back. I'm gonna try and do regular uploads again. Not every day. Maybe once a week. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll be back. I'm not going far away again. And if I do, it is what it is. Nobody's gonna miss me. I guarantee it. It'll be all good. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Again, just a hobby. So I'll see you guys in the next one.